Hey everyone, today's a pretty rainy day and we're going to check out this abandoned house. I was here once before, but I want to do a more thorough video of the place. It was condemned back in 2011, saying it has structural problems. When I inspected it about a month ago, I didn't find anything structurally wrong, except the foundation is really messed up. It's not going to just fall down. Floors are all stable. It's being sold right now by a bank as a knockdown. You can see the yard is being kept open and mowed for potential buyers. Let's go take a look. Bunch of junk all over the place here. Looks like at one point they had it screwed shut, but someone just smashed it off. Got some various bird's nest and beehive up there. Actually, a lot of beehives. Don't see any leaking there. Let's get in. Oh, musty. Quite musty in here. Looks like maybe someone was sleeping right here as a bedroom. Look at the walls. Plaster walls. That helps as far as mold growth. Mold doesn't like plaster. It needs the paper of sheetrock. But the wallpaper, you can see, is a bit moldy. I believe when this place was built, it had a couple wood stoves. That's what you're seeing here. And on the other side, there's another wood stove hookup. There used to be carpet in here. I can kind of see the glue. It's been ripped up. Smells musty in here. Not of mold, but moldy. No, dirty laundry is what I would compare that to. Got some pretty nice bureaus and furniture in here. It's always fun when you buy an abandoned house to fix up. Going around and collecting everything that's worth stuff and just leave it on the road. Always fun to see people pick through it. That plant's been dead a long time. No water. But this place is a knockdown. It needs new walls, a new roof, new floors, new foundation, all kinds of stuff. This one's been patched a long time ago. Right now it has a massive oil burning furnace in the basement that I'll show in a few minutes. Not efficient at all. It looks like 40s or 50s model. I bet those are asbestos tiles, another huge expense. This building most likely needs mold mitigation work. It's been raining out a lot today. I don't see any dripping water, but I bet if it rained a few days, these ceilings, the way they're bowing, probably fill with water. Got a cool old Panasonic radio there. What's that thing? A compass that you plug in. There's the toilet lid for the tank. Got some propane here, still completely full. That's going down into the basement. Kind of creepy. I love these old solid doors. Most houses, they use hollow ones now. Looks like someone smashed through this door with an axe or something, and they use wood glue. Here's their little bathroom. Kind of nice. It's really tight. So you could use the sink while you're sitting on the toilet. They got GFCIs, which is kind of surprising. It's updated to that. Nice little medicine cabinet with the brass light fixture. Kind of odd, no window in here. Got a nice cast iron tub, is always nice. Somebody robbed copper plumbing. That's why I bet that's all ripped out. Alright. Now, last time we were here, I was able to find a container. I believe it was salad dressing to date. It had a 2005 date on it. Got a bunch of lead paint. That's not really bad unless you have a little kid who's chewing the walls. Or if you're sanding and you stir it up. It looks like maybe someone died here and the house just became abandoned. Someone cleaned out the cupboards. See how it's all chewed? There's a bunch of mouse nests in there. Something ate all the food as it rotted through the cans. That's what acidy soup does with tomato sauce and stuff. Oh, and right where I left it, it says 2005 on this container of Italian salad dressing. Not too bad. I kind of like that wood counter they chose. Not too bad. Oh, that is nasty. Look at that. Like 20-year-old pickles. Oh, look at the black mold right there. That big streak. Three-prong plugs. Ironing board there. Bunch of broken glass. What do you think that is? Someone must have threw something at the wall there, right? Notice all the electrical plates are also stolen. I bet they were brass or something, and the plumbing thief probably took them. Oh, got PVC drain lines. Yep, the copper plumbing under there is gone. Let's go into the living room space. This room doesn't look too bad, actually. Although they were probably hoarders. Look at all the junk in here. Nice beadboard walls. Don't see any damage. Here's an old organ. It's got to be plugged in. It's not one of the types. It's a bunch of soda bottles and stuff like kids were hanging out in here recently. Those are all recent stuff. Got some photos on the walls here. To me, it looks like somebody already ransacked it for anything that was worth anything. Just a thief. That still works. This thing is really old. Do we have an exact date? I see the established date. Hopefully someone rescues that. Nothing wrong with it. A lot of times these old abandoned houses, having actual plaster actually saves the building because mold doesn't like that stuff. And also, almost 100% of houses have some type of mold in the air. It just needs the proper resources to actually take off. So don't be alarmed when you see a little bit of mold. This place is not as bad as it could be if it had sheetrock walls, because it would start eating all the paper. Okay, I have my tripod with me. I'm not going in the attic, but I'm going to stick this up inside. What do you see? Last time I was here, I heard squirrels running around. I don't see any rot. Looks pretty nice up there, actually. I don't see any dripping water. Got some old stereos. This place has a massive antenna on the outside, so I wouldn't be surprised if I found hand radio equipment. Got some electric toy car tracks. Got some mold on the ceiling here, so I bet if it really starts pouring, that starts warping. Just judging by the light fixtures, whoever was living here didn't care for anything fancy or just didn't have the money for it. Look at this old air conditioner. Got a giant capacitor in it. There's the frame of it. What do you call those? Are those beta cassette tapes? Some of the furniture is not too bad. Real wood shelves. I don't see any pressboard garbage. Oh, so much junk. I didn't even realize there's a bed under there. Got some black mold here. See it all along that door. Why is it going after that door? It must like the paint. Oil-based paint attracts mold. There's always children toys in these abandoned places. Look at this. Looks like one of those air fresheners you get at the dollar store. Ooh. Big pile of clothes. Wouldn't be surprised if there's rats and stuff in there. Not a bad looking mirror. That could definitely be saved. There's mold all over this door. Wouldn't want to be here in the summer when it really starts blooming. See how the roofing tiles are inside the house? These couple bedrooms here and the attic there, it's all an addition. Really old addition. Because the addition has old windows. They must have removed some of the insulation from the place. Why did you have fiberglass there but not on the roof? I don't see any sign of it on the roof. Usually you'd see little pieces stuck behind when they ripped it out. But I don't. Would have been so hard to heat this place. And as soon as we go into the basement, you're going to see how difficult it really would have been. Because the basement's wide open. There's no mortar between the bricks. Wow, no dripping water in here either. Got a tiny little attic over this part. Not even big enough to fit anything. Look at it. Tiny. This used to be a tiny house before the addition. Got some old mattresses in here. I bet that's a real mercury mirror. It's not dangerous unless you, I guess, smash it. Bunch of poo right there. What kind of animal was that? Bird's nest. Must have fell from somewhere. No way they built it on the ground. Here was someone's potting station. This must be the side of the house that gets all the sun. Got a little closet here with some books and all the person's clothes. Got some end tables laying in there. Pink bedroom. All right. One more room of the house. Another bedroom. Look at the paint flaking in here. Got the chimney. Definitely leaking around the chimney. See the black mold forming. National Geographic. 1995. They were a collector. Wasn't abandoned that long. Look at the big microwave box right there. Another little closet. Some clothing. Some books. You see the fire extinguisher or the smoke detectors in the place? And those things will last forever. I have some old 1980s ones. They always respond before the newer ones because they have this little this radioactive element inside it, so it detects much faster. It's not dangerous. They work a lot better. Look at that flooring. Is that linoleum? Looks like it's hand painted. Really nice. Got someone's shoes right there. Bunch of painting supplies. I see rollers and brushes. All right. just take a look at how wide these stairs are. I love that. If this was to be fixed. It's a pretty nice railing, too. Okay, it's time to go into the basement. See the fire extinguisher in here? Oh, look at that. Animals were eating that candle. They're desperate for food. Doesn't have a charge, but I found fire extinguishers before from the 1960s in yard sales, and they still had a full charge. They never leaked. Oh, a drum. That's pretty cool. Can I hit it? Yep. Nothing wrong with that if it was to be cleaned up. We don't have to come back up here unless I choose to. See what we got. Chainsaw. Oh, the chainsaw's actually at the bottom of the stores. Oh, there we go. Is that... No, it's not. I thought it was chlordane. Chlordane works great for killing pests, but it will contaminate your well. Not to mention, if someone wanted to fix this, it would cost more than the house is worth. It needs a new well, it needs a new furnace, new water heater, new plumbing, new pressure tank, basically anything you can think of. Oh, we got these weird things. What the heck is in these jars? Look at that one. Look at that sludge. That is so gross. All right. These stairs are so tight. Got a little table saw. Bunch of paint cans. You can tell this place floods. See right here, I bet this place had a coal bin. Bet it used to run on coal when it was first built. Real old vintage mason jars. Look how small that ductwork is. There's also a bunch of, see that black mold on all the beams? Big old furnace. Cool. Chainsaw. A bunch of creepy bones. What do you think those are from? Are they human? I hope not. There's a whole ton of them right there. Got 2 water heaters. Look at all the frost on the wall there. Oil tank. The old fuse panels over there. I assume it's fuses. Real old house. Nothing is updated. They broke this hole in the wall. This is an addition. That's why you see the concrete. But this is what's big surprise to me. See all the holes in the wall? They never used mortar. They had wind blowing through this basement. Look at it, guys. Tools are scattered everywhere. Got an old-time push lawnmower. Could probably restore it. Got an air conditioning unit. See that right there? Got a bunch of nasty coal dust mixed water. Got a real old license plate right there. Looks like someone put it there while they were brazing. 1978. See, there's not much mortar here. Looks like on the top they tried to seal a few holes, but the outside there's evidence they were hanging tarps over it. See the dripping water there? I believe that piece of wood is holding up the building. Even if it failed, it's not going to drop more than a few inches. I don't even think it's doing anything. I love the old plumbing like this. It's strong, it lasts forever. Cast iron pipe with lead poured joints. I can hear something scurrying down here. Probably a squirrel or a rat. Look at those mason jars there. Those are worth money. Just hope they're salvaged someday. Well, this smell in here brings back memories of where I used to live. Because you can smell like lingering exhaust. The smell of oil. Now this is where it has some of the structural problems of why it was probably condemned. Look at that sloppy rebar work. Who did that? They didn't cut it off, because you're supposed to cut that and seal it. But they did a horrible job with the drainage around the foundation. Water dripping down, gets behind the foundation, freezes, expands, and pushes it in. Oh, what the heck? Look at all the bones in there. What kind of bones are... Oh, they're not bones, they're peanut plants. Is that what I'm seeing? From a distance, it looked like a bunch of rib cages. All right, so you see the house used to be sitting on that, but when they expanded it, they just left it there. These lolly columns are extremely rusty, but they're not rusted through. They're a little crooked, but they're doing their job. Yeah, see, someone even stole all the copper wires. You see how they're all cut at the boxes? All the light fixtures are missing. The ductwork's worth nothing. You can't get anything for steel. This looks like maybe their old pressure tank for the well. I don't know what that is there. That also looks like a pressure tank. One of them might be an expansion tank for the water heater. Not the furnace. They didn't have radiators. Look at the water leaking in through that crack. I bet if you came here after a real wet summer, there'd probably be water in here all the way up where I'm standing. I can definitely see that lolly column there is crooked. But the wood in here looks good. It would have to be treated by spraying all that mold. This place would have to need a new foundation, gutted down to the studs, new electrical, new paint, new roof, new windows. It's not worth it. You could build a new house for the price. This is just a knockdown. Look at this. Separate drainage for the kitchen sink, it looks like. And that probably went to the bathroom before it was disconnected. It's weird. It doesn't look right. But what I would assume is the toilet was going to the leach field, but this was bypassing it maybe. They were letting the gray water come out. Because I believe this one here was up, going to the bathroom. It just collapsed, because you see it going into the ground. This looks like it may have been, nope, it was a big window. See the latch? Big window that would have opened in. Okay, let's go out, get a little look at the yard before we go. Ooh, I'm being dripped on. There's their old chicken coop. For a minute, I thought that was maybe dead chickens, or it looked like bones, what was in that box. Not a bad looking chicken coop right there. Big swampy yard. I don't know what the acreage is on this place. That looks like it would be the septic tank down there. These trees aren't big enough to cause any damage yet, but they will. No one cares. It's going to be ripped down. See a rain barrel right there. Propane tank. All kinds of random debris around the yard. Here's a radio. Inside the chicken coop. Oh yeah, that was definitely a chicken coop at one point. Smells really gross in there. Hey, look. That's a big attic. I didn't realize how big that was when I was sticking the camera up through the hole. See, a lot of the storm windows are missing on this part of the building. But the windows match. They're all old, so it's a real old addition. Difference there. I don't think this place even had a washing machine or anything like that. I think they did it all themselves. I would assume maybe that was a washing machine. Oh, you know what that might be? That might be the drain for the tub. Remember how I suggested they were just dumping the gray water? Because that's what's right there, the tub. Could be. See how there's no mortar here? Draft went right through the building, but you see that? I think that board, they were nailing a tarp over this or some kind of plastic. This is cedar. That will never rot. It'll take forever. They painted it at one point, but you see the paint has all fell off and it went back to a nice weathered look. The weathered look is not that bad. You see how these angles set a house up for failure. All that water has to come out right here. And that's where that big streak of mold is in the kitchen. It's got to be getting into the house when it rains for a really long time. There's that little potting station that we were looking at. You see how tiny the attic was right there. I gotta grab my shirt. Got water all over the lens. There we go. Let's do one more run through the house, going down the bulkhead. See this here? There's definitely tension on that. The house is using it, but it wouldn't fall very far, even if it did fail. There's another container of propane that's full. I picked that up in my original video of the place. That is cool, that old thing of Dr. Pepper. I'm back here today to go more into detail with the building because I didn't like my original film of the place, but I will post it on my other channel. The link for that channel is in the description of the channel in my about section. Oh, look at that. Somebody even stole the Beckett burner. Beckett burners are, well, I assume that's what it had. That's the most common kind of burner. And someone else was probably able to use it when the place became abandoned. Because it looks like water goes deep. It would have wrecked it if they didn't take it. These stairs are so claustrophobic and tight, but still really stable. Smells like Father's old house going up those stairs. The asbestos tiles. Bunch of clothes. Probably some of it reusable. This cabinet's about to fall off the wall. Sesame Street chair. Alright, that's it for today. Hope this video was interesting. Thanks for watching. Love the old skeleton keys.